Zahara Jolie stuns on the red carpet, but there's more to her transformation than designer dresses and glitzy premieres. When Angelina Jolie adopted Zahara, she was told that the child's birth mother had died from AIDS. In a June 2006 appearance on Anderson Cooper 360, Angelina said Zahara was tested for HIV during the adoption process, although she added that a positive result would not have changed her mind about welcoming the infant to her family. Upon learning Zahara didn't have the virus, though, Angelina did admit she felt relieved.
It's a life-changing decision to adopt a child with that. And so, to be honest, it was a relief when she wasn't.
Unfortunately, Zahara faced other health challenges as an infant. Angelina told Good Morning America, "She was 6 months old and not 9 pounds. Her skin, you could squeeze it. It stuck together." Angelina revealed that her son Maddox, who was 4 at the time of Zahara's adoption, could tell at the orphanage that Zahara needed help. As for Brad Pitt, he told Parade, "I know she would not be alive if she hadn't been adopted. I know what care was available to her, and it was nil." A doctor who treated Zahara told People magazine in 2005 that she spent a week in an NYC hospital with salmonella shortly after her parents took her home. Thankfully, her health improved, but Zahara's adoption story got complicated when it was revealed that her biological mother, Mentiwab Dawit Labiso, was still alive. In 2007, Labiso went public with her story, telling Reuters she got pregnant after being sexually assaulted. She tried to care for Zahara after she was born, but recalled she became malnourished and was even unable to cry. Labiso eventually left her infant daughter with her mother, who placed Zahara up for adoption when Labiso disappeared. What happens when your parents are two of the biggest stars on the planet? For Zahara Jolie, it means she was trotting the globe as a toddler. In 2007, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt were photographed in New York City with Zahara and Maddox. That same year, the Jolie Pitts were seen in New Orleans, where Pitt was shooting The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. When Angelina had to be in Prague to film the action flick Wanted, 2-year-old Zahara showed up at school at the U.S. Embassy there. Because Zahara's family was her world at that time in her life, it's only natural that they became one of her earliest sources of style inspiration. In June 2007, Zahara was spotted rocking a Black Sabbath t-shirt that once belonged to Maddox. In addition to a taste for fashion, toddler Zahara also had a sweet tooth, and she was willing to fib to satisfy it. In a 2007 Marie Claire interview, Angelina recounted what happened after she told Zahara she couldn't have a cookie. She says, "Daddy gonna cry? I ask, why is Daddy going to cry? Daddy wants me to have a cookie." She's just that smart. In 2009, Angelina Jolie got mom-shamed over Zahara's hair. In October of that year, writer Allison Samuels wrote a Newsweek op-ed titled "Zahara Jolie Pitt Deserves Better Hair Care." 2 weeks prior to that Newsweek piece, Samuels had criticized Angelina for allowing Zahara to go out looking like a, quote, hot mess. She did, however, offer some praise for Angelina's choice to hire Beyoncé's hairstylist Kim Kimble for help with Zahara's hair. Unfortunately, the public probably didn't see much of Kimball's work. Angelina told Marie Claire, "You do her hair, she takes it out." Zahara had more important things to focus on than how her hair looked anyway. In 2009, she made her first trek back to Ethiopia. A source told People magazine the trip was about keeping up that culture for her.
They are from different backgrounds. They don't deny the difference, they celebrate the difference.
That same year, the Jolie Pitt Foundation opened a clinic there to treat kids living with HIV and named it in her honor the Zahara Children's Center. By 2011, it was becoming clear that Zahara had an eye for style, but in addition to her clothing choices, Zahara was learning to express herself using nothing but her eyes. A supposed former nanny for the Jolie Pitt kids told In Touch that Zahara had quite the death stare. The gossipy ex-employee further shared, "Z is the leader of the kids. She's taught all of them how to act out and get the biggest reactions." While Zahara might have had the pipes to get her siblings to listen to her, Angelina was confident her daughter would only use her powers for good. She told Vanity Fair in 2010, "Zahara's got an extraordinary voice and is just so elegant and well-spoken." While Angelina Jolie was speaking with Vanity Fair in 2014, then 9-year-old Zahara adorably crashed the interview to whisper some breaking news to her mom. Angelina told her interviewer, she said Mad and his girlfriend are kissing. Maddox was 13 at the time, and Zahara was apparently young enough to still find kissing gross. When Zahara wasn't trying to save her siblings from getting cooties, she was toying with the idea of picking up her mom's profession. Her first movie role was a tiny uncredited part in Angelina's 2014 Disney movie, Maleficent. By 2016, Angelina Jolie was still making family-friendly fare for her kids to enjoy. That year, she lent her voice to Kung Fu Panda 3 and invited her children to voice some minor characters in the film. Zahara played the role of the bow-wearing panda Meng Meng.
Hi, I'm I'm Cuckoo. I'm Shui Shui.
In spite of it being her second movie, Kung Fu Panda 3 didn't exactly make Zahara catch the acting bug. Of what Zahara and her siblings Pax, Shiloh, and Knox were like in the recording studio, Angelina told Entertainment Tonight, "They were kind of shy. They don't really want to be actors, but I didn't want them to miss the opportunity. They came in and they had a lot of fun with it." In early 2017, Zahara Jolie's biological mom said she wanted to get to know her. Mentiwab Dawit Labiso told the Daily Mail that she hadn't spoken to Zahara since she was adopted, saying, "I just want her to know that I am alive and here and long to be able to speak with her. I would like Zahara to know she has a mother who loves her as much as Angelina." While Labiso hoped that Zahara would meet up, Zahara was busy demonstrating her unwavering support for the woman she's always known as Mom. She showed up to the 2017 Toronto premiere of The Breadwinner, which Angelina produced, and it was here that Zahara really started displaying a willingness to take fashion risks. She wore tan suede boots and a black and white sheath dress with a red lace overlay. Siblings Shiloh, Knox, and Vivian also posed for photos with their mom at the event, but they weren't quite as dressed up as Zahara. Zahara Jolie turned her passion for accessories into a business venture in 2019. At age 14, she collaborated with Robert Prokop on her own jewelry line, the Zahara Collection. The collab came just in time for the Hollywood premiere of Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, where Zahara wore a ring, bracelet, and earrings from the line. The black dress she chose for the event definitely would have won Mal's approval. Its strapless neckline curved up at the sides to create horn-like points. Her hair was styled in ombre braids that faded from black to silver, which was partially pulled up in a high bun. Zahara made multiple red carpet appearances during her mom's Mistress of Evil tour, and her looks were always nods to Angelina's characters. The green and black ombre gown she wore to the film's Rome premiere brought to mind Maleficent's swirling magic, and the black and silver tulle frock she rocked for the London premiere was a villainous take on the princess dress. It was all hard angles but still voluminous like a ball gown. In 2020, Angelina Jolie had high praise for Zahara during a Time 100 Talks discussion, saying she's learned so much from her.
She is my family, but she is an extraordinary African woman, and her connection to her country, her continent, is her own.
The year prior, Angelina praised Zahara for her scheduling skills while discussing how chaotic life in her home can be.
Zahara is the most organized in the family.
But Angelina's biggest praise came during a time when both Zahara and Shiloh needed surgery. In an essay for Time magazine, Angelina revealed that Zahara had to undergo multiple surgeries for an undisclosed medical issue. While she was recovering, Shiloh ended up needing hip surgery. Angelina wrote, "I saw how all my girls so easily stopped everything and put each other first, and felt the joy of being of service to those they love." Witnessing this warmed Angelina's heart, but Zahara's surgery highlighted something heartbreaking for the mother of 6. She recalled during a separate Time interview, "A nurse told me to call them if her skin turned pink." Angelina pointed to this as an example of how people with darker skin are affected by medical bias. Such language being used by the medical community isn't just an example of a hurtful microaggression, it can cause potentially dangerous misdiagnoses. By 2021, it was clear that Zahara Jolie liked getting all glammed up for red carpet events. She attended another flurry of them ahead of the release of Angelina's Marvel movie Eternals, and she even borrowed one of her mom's most famous gowns for the Los Angeles premiere. Proving that she shares Angelina's elegant, sophisticated sense of style, she wore her 2014 Academy Awards dress. Angelina was excited that her daughter was starting to like some of the looks in her fashion archive. She told E! News, "I'm like, oh my god, wear it and wear it better than me. Take it, it's your turn." While Zahara might share her mom's eye for fashion, Angelina has also passed the torch in other ways. In 2021, Zahara joined her mom in Washington, D.C., where they took part in discussions about how to improve the Violence Against Women Act. The following year, they headed back to Capitol Hill to advocate on behalf of crime victims and push for the passage of the Violence Against Women Reauthorization Act. On Instagram, Angelina wrote that she was, quote, glad to share in the advocacy with Zahara. When Angelina launched her Atelier Jolie label in 2023, Zahara proved that even fashion can benefit from the eye of a budding young activist. Angelina told Vogue that Zahara has a difficult time finding clothing in nude colors that complement her dark skin, so Angelina included some in her line. She said, "Obviously, as a white woman, I've never had this experience. It never crossed my mind until we went shopping together, and I saw that there's so much room for improvement." In 2022, Angelina Jolie announced that Zahara would be attending Spelman College, a historically black university in Georgia. Zahara later pledged to the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, which includes former VP Kamala Harris among its members. When she introduced herself to her sorority sisters in 2023, Zahara revealed that she had dropped Brad Pitt's surname. She said, "My name is Zahara Marley Jolie, and I landed all the way from the Golden State in the city full of angels, Los Angeles, California." Amid her parents' divorce, Zahara was never seen with Pitt, sparking speculation about their strained relationship. Zahara has, however, continued to show up to events with her mom, but do those red carpet appearances indicate she'll be pursuing a career in the spotlight? Not likely. Angelina told E! News in 2024 that she doesn't believe Zahara and her siblings will pursue acting careers. "I think they're especially shy, very private people." When Zahara accompanied Angelina to the 2025 Golden Globes, she wouldn't join her mom on camera with Entertainment Tonight to show off her white Alexander McQueen dress.
She's hiding over there.
Oh my gosh.
Because you're live.
Luckily, if Zahara continues following in her mother's activist footsteps, there's plenty of work she can do behind the scenes.